One thing that I did that helped me get unstuck of my own life, and it took multiple therapy sessions and so much reprogramming for me to finally be able to break free and live a life that felt true to me. I spent years of my life, almost a decade, feeling completely stuck and lost, mainly because I had my kids young, my first one at 20 and my second one at 25. Instead of building my life in my 20s and trying out different things, building my business, going to university, and being a mom, I literally had no time for myself. I was living life on autopilot. Every day felt and looked the same. And when I actually had time for myself and sat down to journal, because I love journaling, and I started asking myself basic questions like, who am I and what do I want in this life? What are my dreams? What does my life look like 5-10 years from now? I literally would just stare into my journal, into the blank paper, and just don't know how to answer that. I was too busy to do some digging and actually find the answer. So I was just living my life with this statement of, I don't know what I want. Literally, every day, I don't know what I want. And then through multiple sessions of therapy, I started to realize I don't even know what I like. If I had to go out and spend some time with myself, I don't even know what I would do. That's how deeply I realized that I had completely lost myself and lost touch with who I was. Eventually realized that I had no identity of my own. I was whoever people around me wanted me to be. My kids wanted me to be a mom. My partner wanted me to be a partner. My parents wanted me to be a daughter. My friends wanted me to be a friend. So I was just showing up as that person, fulfilling these kinds of roles and responsibilities. But deep down, who was I to myself? Who was Asil? That was the main question. And let me tell you guys, I was basically living in my alter ego. I was living as Ace. Everybody knew me as Ace. When I first came to Canada, I basically created this identity because nobody was able to pronounce my name. My name is Asil, A-C-I-L. So I just told everybody to call me Ace. So I was living my life as Ace. And I had this huge awakening a couple of months ago, and I'm like, but who's Asil? I left Asil with my child self and my teenage self. You don't find yourself by thinking your way out. You find yourself by feeling what you've been trying to avoid. Let me tell you this. In every stage of your life, you're going to need a different version of yourself. When you've overgrown that version, but you weren't really proud of the things that you did and who you were being the specific version, you're gonna lock out that version of yourself from your life. So let me give you an example. For me, it was my teenage self. Rebellious, she was fierce, she was loud, she was bold, she was outspoken, but also she made a lot of mistakes that today I am not very proud of. Instead of facing her and forgiving her and accepting her, I locked her out of my life. I silenced her and I pushed her away and I shut the door on her. And now I realize that it's no wonder why I feel stuck. Because I abandoned a specific version of myself, which was my teenage self. Because she is me and I am her. And it could be the same for you too. Maybe you locked out a specific version of yourself from your life. The qualities that are missing within you exist in that version of yourself. So for me, it was the confidence, the fierceness, the boldness that I am missing in my life right now. They stayed with my teenage self. I'm gonna give you guys 3 steps that you can implement to get unstuck out of your life. Number 1 is notice your language. When you talk to yourself and say things like, I don't know what I want to do in my life and I don't know who I am, I don't know what I like. This is literally you making an excuse and actually procrastinating facing yourself and getting answers to these questions, because you're going to keep living your life with I don't know. You're basically delaying the process of figuring it out. 2 is stop waiting and start doing. Answers come from taking action, because doubts love inaction. Doubts love comfort. And 3, try to journal daily, because you don't build in theory, you build with practice. And I'm here to tell you this, that the identity that you're searching for is not going to come by waiting. It's going to come by you finally choosing yourself, deciding to forgive every version of yourself that you once were, and realize that you're not lost, you're just disconnected. The moment you start asking yourself questions and feeling what needs to be felt, you're gonna feel more connected to who you really are. I hope you enjoyed my message for today. If this spoke to you, make sure you like and subscribe and watch my other videos, because there's a lot of good stuff in there, because my goal is to help you on your healing journey, no matter where you are. That's it, that's all. Until next time, bye.